Welcome back to Cutting It Up. I am your host, Liz Groeschen, and today I am joined by Pooja Reddy, a comedian, a writer, and someone who is working on their very own show. I can't wait to get into it. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Oh.
We're going to jump in all the ways.
Mm-hmm.
And while I'm kind of sifting through, I want to hear more about your solo show that you're working on.
Yeah, okay. So I am working on a solo show that I'm doing. I'm in the Joe's Pub working group this year, which means I'm developing my solo show, Pooja Reddy is White Trash, which is a country comedy cabaret. And I'll be doing, storytelling and stand-up about my life growing up in very rural Kentucky. And I'll be singing some original comedic country songs that I've written. I've had the idea for the show for over 10 years. I've always wanted to do something like this. But it wasn't until I, went through a big breakup and was in this place with stand-up. I'd been doing stand-up for 7-8 years at that point, which made me feel like by this point you should have a good hour of material that you feel good about putting out. And I just really wasn't resonating with a lot of my material. And it was just because I was changing at a really rapid pace, and which is kind of ironic because the show that I'm writing right now is all about my past and who I was in the past. Mm-hmm. But I think maybe what's new about this endeavor is that I'm flexing new skills. Mm-hmm. And I've never actually really sang much on stage. And so this is kind of my first time doing that. And the first time kind of playing guitar in public. And so it's just been a journey.
So I've seen you perform on stage.
Yes. So you saw the work in progress of the show.
Okay. So tell me about that versus what you're working on now.
Yeah. So you saw the show in July 2025 when I had just about all the music, about 5 songs done. And I just sort of put the storytelling and the corresponding stories to the songs together.
Okay.
But I hadn't really fleshed it out, and I also hadn't
I thought it was great, fully fleshed out. I loved it. I had some of the songs stuck in my head afterwards, which I feel like that is a bit of a testament to its success.
Yeah. Thank you. I will say I am a huge music fan, and I really wanted this to be musically resonant with people. I wanted it to be I didn't want to do little covers of existing songs. Mm-hmm. I wanted it to be okay, we're writing a song, my song Vulture that I've been doing a lot this year. Mm-hmm. It's about being at a guy's house and wondering if you are a part of a pattern in their dating history or you're just simply a coincidence. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And the song is about discovery, the journey that I take being in somebody's kitchen, and I'm maybe looking for a glass of water, but then I look in his fridge and I see there's dosa batter in the fridge. And then I'm putting together, he also wears slippers in the house. And that song is actually very Southwestern sounding because I wanted it to have this real cowboy Southwestern, there's not enough room in this town for both of us. And it's been lower in octave, and it's just it's a smoky song, the lighting is red. Yeah, I will say that in terms of where I'm at with developing the show, I'm working on the overall narrative now, because when you saw it, it was just really the material itself, quite raw.
Okay.
I was singing from my book, but now I'm okay, how do we breathe life into this? How do we put all of these songs into one cohesive narrative, in an arc?
How is that going?
Well, I think that I have been really blessed to work, to be developing the show at the Public, and I've been paired with their dramaturg, Amrita, who's amazing, and she's been an amazing resource and just taught me so much about shows and structure. But I'm really excited for it. I'm going to be premiering it this fall at Joe's Pub. It feels really exciting to be working on something that feels really personal. And whenever I did it the first time, whenever you saw it, like that was scary.
You couldn't tell.
Oh, yeah.
You looked very natural and like there weren't any nerves with it.
And I mean, maybe that was the case because writing this show has been very much like a bit of a last attempt in a way. Me feeling like I'm going to try this. If it doesn't work, then whatever. Or, like I'm just, okay, well then maybe I don't have anything to give creative. Like I really came at it from that perspective of being like, I cannot be afraid of this. I cannot be afraid of putting myself out there because you don't really have much else to give creatively right now. Like this is the thing that's calling to you. Follow this instinct and try to make something of it. So it was very powerful to hear you even say just like that it resonated and that you felt connected to it. And yeah.
I mean, I'm also from Kentucky. So
yes.
I don't know how much that like played into like my automatic bias and just loving you like as well.
Yeah, I'm curious. You mentioned you're from Kentucky. Like, how long have you been in New York?
I have been here for 12 years now, which sounds really strange out loud. But I didn't come here directly from Kentucky. Did you?
No, I was in DC for a couple of years working in the government.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
How long have you been here now?
8 years.
Where are you on the I'm a New Yorker, I'm not a New Yorker spectrum?
It's interesting that you say that because...
Are you a Kentuckian?
I feel like there are parts of 3 different places that I'm kind of from that make me feel... that I'm like connected to 3 different places, I would say. One of them being Brooklyn, because I was born here.
You were?
Yes.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah, I was born here. And then my parents, they got a job in very rural Kentucky, kind of based on immigration laws at the time. And it was an opportunity for them. So to get citizenship, essentially, if they went to like a rural area. And it's just interesting, though, that like so that I ended up coming back here to live. So in some moments I feel really like, okay, this is my birthright to be here. And I'm kind of leaning into that. In other moments, I feel like for me, home and belonging is defined by a place where you feel like people care if you live or die there. When I was in Kentucky, I did feel like 6 degrees of separation to like basically everyone there. And that made me feel really safe and made me feel like I was connected to a place. And then being in India and Hyderabad, my mom grew up there, my dad grew up there, just like so many people in my life. Or like I just like my family has like a really deep connection to the city in a way that I wished that they had in America. Like I'm sure my kids and grandkids will be like, oh, like my grandmother lived in Brooklyn and so I'm connected to New York now, or I'm connected to Kentucky in some way. But like, I just like don't really have that with many places in the States. And so when I was just actually in India recently, visiting my grandparents, and my grandmother was telling me the story about how she visits this, everyone in Hyderabad visits this fair every year, and they call it the exhibition, and it's called Numayish. And it's just like a county fair, but like also like amazing. Oh, I love this.
I know, she's great.
I love that. Yeah, it's like a county fair that people have just been going to for over 85 years. And my grandmother told me that the first time she went was when she was in 6th grade. And I went and recently just did a story about it for like this project I'm working on for PBS. And it just made me be like, oh my gosh, like I have such deep ties here, you know? And it made me feel a little sad that like I'm going back to this place where like I don't have as deep of ties.
Oh.
But, you know, I'm building the ties. And now I do feel like through just my artist connections and like through the art that I've made in this city and through like the relationship I have to different venues or people, like, you know, I've just been around that I do feel like
it's
people
growing.
know, yeah, like that I have a connection and like a real attachment to Brooklyn in a way that I'm like really appreciating.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it'll take still years, and I don't know if it's like whether it's okay, you own property or you do this or you do that. Like I don't know when you feel that feeling of ownership, but
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah. I feel like I do this thing where I think 5 years ahead versus thinking the next 2.
Okay.
And, you know, something that's just been on my mind is like, where would I want to have a kid? Like, how would I make that work? And I think really what I've learned through all of this is that if I'm asking, do I want to have a kid or not? Or where, you know, like all of these questions, that means I'm not ready. You know, it means that I have more. Those are good questions to ask.
Yeah.
But I think really the question I should be asking myself, and I've learned this recently, I've really kind of recently come to this, is like, I think what I need to focus on is like, what does my life look like as an artist for the next 1 to 2 years?
Yeah.
How do I sustain myself as an artist for the next, you know, 2 to 3 years?
How do you sustain yourself as an artist now?
I have my own consulting practice. So I have a source of income that is, I don't want to say guaranteed, because I've like definitely, you know, had to drop clients or clients drop me from a number of reasons. One, even just like businesses going out of business in a way. I came to New York with a corporate job, and that job was like doing business development at Disney.
Okay.
And it really pushed me to learn how to like literally do business development, to be a deal maker. And I'm honestly happy. Like the whole time I had that job, I was like, I wish I was an artist. And now that I'm an artist, I'm like, thank God I learned how to do that.
Totally, yes, because there is not enough business discussions for artists.
Yeah.
Like preparing them for this like aspect of being an artist,
Yeah.
I think. So that's a great way to get that experience.
Totally. And frankly, it's just like, it's a trade, you know? It does feel like, oh, like this is like, you know, doing graphic design or something. It's like, this is what a client would hire me to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I make it work as an artist by having a few clients that I do partnerships, kind of like deal making for. I'm on their business development side.
Amazing.
And they're all food businesses, which is fun, and I love working in food.
Fun. Yeah.
And then my art, you know, whether that's like grants, whether that is contracts with production companies or like doing work for hire stuff, like hosting podcast, writing articles, doing on-camera stuff, and then performing live. Like that is also a big part of it as well.
Yeah.
I think between all of those things, I make it work.
Right.
But I will say, there was a time last year when I didn't really have like a ton of freelance work. And so I started dog walking hardcore. And I started
That's a very lucrative business.
Yes. Like get into dog walking.
I think about it all the time. Like maybe I should just pack it all up and do that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, people are very you know, it's their children. It's
Yes.
it's a member of their family, and they are willing to pay a premium for good care. And I have always been, I'm like a horse girl.
This is a new term to me. I did not know that like horse girl was a thing.
Yeah.
And I wonder if I didn't know it was a thing because
you are one.
everybody was just horse girls in Kentucky. I don't know.
True. I was like, because you are one?
Maybe I am one.
I feel like energetically you are.
Yeah?
Because you are very crafty and kind of like...
What is the definition of a horse girl? I thought it was just someone who was into horses.
Well, I think
there's more.
I think there's like a couple of different types. There's like, okay, someone is literally a horse girl, like they ride horses.
Yes.
And I think there's a difference in the horse girl. Like, are you someone who's doing dressage? Like, are you a fancy horse girl who like is in a...
I have a friend who is
barn.
a fancy horse girl.
Yeah.
We all have friends who are fancy horse girls, right?
Right.
In Kentucky.
Yes. Or are you like, you know, I started, the way I got into riding horses was like on anyone's farm that let me. And it was very sort of just DIY vibe and probably unsafe because I'm sure I wasn't wearing a helmet at the time. So there's that, but then there's like the essence of a horse girl, which I think you have more of the essence, which is like, you know, the girl who's like long hair that she's braided and then she's like making the friendship bracelets.
I do make friendship bracelets on occasion.
Yeah, and like she's
works.
like doing like illustrations
Yes.
and like, I just feel
collage.
like, yeah, like you give very much that vibe. And I feel like you could just like be at the lunch table doing that and be happy.
Totally.
So that's why I feel like you have the essence. And I feel like are you an animal person?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you commune well with animals.
Animals and I go way back.
Exactly. So I feel like that is like more of your vibe. And it's non-derogatory. Sometimes some people could be like, you're a horse girl, and that's like, it's derogatory.
Sure.
But when I'm saying it, non-derogatory.
I believe you. Thank you. How did you get the residency?
I applied. I basically had heard that they're doing this program. You had to like sort of have a relationship with Joe's Pub, the venue, like, you know, perform there, sort of just be somebody who's
been around
publishing work.
How did you get into comedy?
Oh my gosh. Well,
like, were you doing it in Kentucky?
No, not at all. Something I think about a lot in retrospect is that I grew up having to storytell out of necessity because
to who?
Everyone around me, whether that was people in my house and people outside of my house. In my town, there were very few people of color. And I think, you know, especially in my school at the age that I was the only Indian person, South Asian person. There was not even any East Asian girls in my grade from K through 12. And so I think people would look at me and be like, what are you doing here? Like you're so random. But I think because I started at like a Montessori school that basically most people in my grade went to from K through 12, like, or the people who ended up being friendly with. So I do feel like I fit in a big way. But
yeah.
There were many experiences, whether that was, you know, me playing sports and being on the road and being like feeling very on display when I was like at these like away games at these really small, tiny counties.
Sure.
And then I felt like whenever I was with my parents, I was storytelling back to them like how it is to be in America and like why people here do things the way they do and like why is it necessary that I go to this dance and why, you know, why just in general, like why do people act the way they do and what's going on. And I feel like we were all experiencing America together at the same time, which is really hard as a child, I think,
sure.
You know? And I'm saying this in like the least like blame seeking way, but it's like I point blank was like a parentified child because it was like I was just also navigating things in real time with my family and sort of given like a real responsibility to help navigate. And that was my contribution as well to my family. So I think I just got really used to storytelling. When I left Kentucky for the first time and I moved to DC, I met so many people who had actually never met anyone from Kentucky before. And I don't know if that was your experience.
Yes.
And they're like, I've never met anyone, like, you know.
I've so many times. It is such a thing.
And I think it was through that when I would tell these stories, people would be like, that's crazy, actually. Like, that's insane that you got your hunting license as a child. And that doesn't...
Like, did people not?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, so did you not? Like, okay, what? So that, like, things like that made me realize that maybe there was, like, something to be said about different parts of the country, and that I just really felt like people's perception of the South is also so one note.
Yes.
You grew up there, and I would not say that you are... Like, I think if somebody met you, they'd be like, oh my God, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yes.
And it's like, and it's also meant to be like a compliment.
Yes.
And that also kind of hurts my feelings too. So I think like that is why I really started stand-up comedy, like point blank, was to just do a little bit more like narrative change around
Thank you.
What it's like to be
for your work and contributions.
Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm that's what I'm doing. And also just to kind of claim a bit of identity in these places and being like, yeah, I'm very proudly Southern, and I'm like, I want to tell my story, and I don't want it to only be the J.D. Vances of the world that get to then communicate their relationship,
yes,
to that part of the country to a broader audience.
Yes.
Like, I'm willing and able to be a translator. I've been doing it most my whole life. So this is kind of what I've chosen because it's what I know. I don't want to claim to know about Hyderabad in the way that I know about Kentucky. I don't. I know only so much about that. So I'm just wanting to, storytell about my experience.
If somebody wants to get into comedy, if they're new, or if they've always been curious like myself, what do I need to do?
I wrote an iPhone note a couple of years ago because people would ask me this question, and I was like, let me just put it in one place and then I will send it to people. But it's since evolved so much, so just please follow these steps. I won't send you the note, but you can follow these steps. Okay. So I would say first, write. What makes you angry? What makes you excited? What makes you sad? What pisses you off? Who are the people in your life? Who are the characters that make you feel these things? Who are you when you are feeling these things? So just start writing. That's one thing.
Okay.
Watch a lot of comedy, whether that's live, whether that's online. You don't even have to, it doesn't have to be new stuff. It can be old stuff. There's so much old is gold online. And then if you really, have a goal of performing it, then I would say you could take a stand-up class. There are places like...
Have you taken a stand-up class before?
No.
Or you just popped up on stage?
I did an open mic here for the first time. You can take a stand-up class, whether that's at like Brooklyn Comedy Collective, whether that's at UCB, whether that's at like Second City, or there are a couple different places around the city you could go to. And once you do the stand-up class, go to an open mic and practice. And there are plenty of open mics around the city. And hopefully when you're there, you'll meet enough people that inspire you or that you can make friends with. And then you guys can do it together, because going to an open mic is very scary.
It is. That's what scares me.
Yeah. But I would say the thing about an open mic is that everyone there is trying. And the people who are making it a hard time for other people to be there, they're miserable anyway, so it's okay. Like, don't take their opinion so seriously, like that's something that I've really learned is like, oh, there's no need to be intimidated. Like we're all learning and growing, and unless this person is quite legitimately like Lorne Michaels or something like that, like it's okay. Like don't be intimidated.
That's true.
And even if it is Lorne Michaels, you know, that's fine. You can still do you. But just saying, like, don't preclude yourself from trying something just because there are people who are claiming that they're better, but they're also beginners too, you know?
Yeah.
And the huge thing about stand-up that people used to say when I started, and I remember hearing this, they'd be like, you don't really get it until you're like 10 years in. And I'm about like at year 8 right now. And this is one of the years where I'm feeling a lot more confident on stage.
Yeah.
And a lot more loose with it and able to just like flow.
And have fun.
I'm not saying that my writing's gotten better. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that I'm having fun in a way that I hadn't before. And I'm like, I'll be damned. 8 years, you know, like I'm excited to see what year 10 brings.
I'm excited too.
So yeah, I think that really used to intimidate me, and I used to be like, I can't imagine doing something for so long and it not like quote unquote paying off, or what, you know, what's it for? But I don't know what it is, but like really, I love like the art of stand-up, and I get really excited to watch people. The people that I'm most excited about, like, don't have Netflix specials. But those are the people who, when I watch them, I'm like, it's like watching jazz. Like, you are so in the moment, in control. And I feel really inspired by that. And I feel really lucky and grateful to, like, be a part of it.
When can we see your show?
This September at Joe's Pub. Pooja Reddy is white trash. Please come.
And where can people find you?
I am on Instagram at Poo Reddy. I also have a Substack that is linked in my Instagram somewhere. And I have a website that is poojareddycomedy.com.
Are you ready to show your collage to the world?
Gosh. Yeah, for sure.
This is our big reveal.
Yee!
Okay, let me see. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love that. You're so good at space and just being visual.
No, there's no wrong answers.
No,
you are
totally.
also good too.
Thank
Because
you. I feel excited about this.
I'm very excited about these choices that you made as well.
It feels quite literal to me.
I think there's literal and interpretive going on there.
Sure, of course.
I mean, RuPaul on that bronze sculpture, you can't go wrong.
Yes, this is like who I hope to be when I'm riding the horse. I have my hunting license. I love cards. I love dogs more than anything, and I just thought this art was beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Now it's your turn. Go cut something up. And you should probably like and subscribe. I always forget to say that at the end.
Oh.
I'm working on it.
Okay, like and subscribe to Cutting It Up.
You heard her. Thank you.
Yay, thank you.